All right, joining me at this time is a singer-songwriter out of North Carolina, SoFree Wisdom, is joining me right now. What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing real good. Thank you so much for being on the show this evening.
Thank you for having me.
I hear you had quite a busy day. You had an interview recently today?
Well, yeah, I was actually supposed to go to another station that I go to a lot, but I didn't feel like it, so I hopped on the road to meet up with some other people about some other music stuff. So yeah, that's why I was a little late because it's storming really bad out here. So, but I'm good. I got here safe, and I'm talking to you now.
Well, I truly appreciate that. Thank you. But anyway, let's just go ahead and begin. What got you started into being a singer-songwriter? How did it all started off for you?
Well, I've been singing my whole life, and I started writing poetry when I was around 8 or 9. And one day I was in my room and I just started singing my poetry, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of like writing a song. So I kept doing that, and I was in choir in elementary, middle school, high school, college, even after college. And then in 2010, one of my friends that I grew up with, he called me and said, I remember you can sing. I want to record a song with you. And so we did a song together, and then I just loved the experience so much that I started making my own music. So here I am 6 years later.
That's awesome. And I want you to know that I've been a fan of yours for quite some time now. And I live here in Kentucky. I first heard of you through a mutual Facebook friend who was an R&B singer in the Kentucky area. Her name is Passion May.
Passion? Yeah,
And
I love Passion.
I've been a fan of her for quite some time. She's on the grind, doing her thing. She's got some
Hmm.
new music on the way. So that's how I heard of her through you. She didn't just say, "Oh, go check this girl out." I just like I just like to look around, see who's got some music and stuff, and I support local music. I support indie music. This show is a platform to get the word out on local and indie artists like yourself. So and I'm a fan of yours, and you are very hilarious on your Facebook posts.
Thank you.
I feel like you should add singer, songwriter, comedian. Um,
Right, right. Everybody's been telling me that. I've actually had a lot of comedians try to book me to do stand up, and I've almost mustered up enough courage to try it. So,
well, consider this an encouragement remark from you. Go for it.
thank you so
Go
much.
go
Thank
for it.
you.
So, who do you consider like your influences musically? It could be any artist, any genre. Like who or the type of artists that inspire you to get into this music thing?
Well, my number one is Whitney Houston. She's always been my absolute favorite. And then Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, Alicia Keys, um, Michael Jackson, Usher, Kiki Wyatt. And I actually, it's funny because I've never really been in the church a lot. I've gone, and there's times in my life where I went and I didn't, but I have a lot of influence from gospel music. And I really didn't realize it until a gospel singer, a friend of mine, said, you sound like you've been singing in the church all your life. And I'm like, no, I've never sang in the church. So a lot of my riffs and runs and stuff are rooted in gospel. So yeah, those are my biggest influences. I mean, I also grew up listening to classical music and country and all of that. But Whitney Houston, yeah, she made me want to be a singer.
I definitely love me some Whitney.
Me
Um,
too.
we're talking R&B back in the 1980s and 1990s, and that voice of hers and that bodyguard. I mean, when she sings that song, it never gets old. It's
Exactly.
that's
Yep.
just that's the type of voice you hear once in a generation, and
Mm-hmm.
people like us are really fortunate to witness her greatness. Um,
Yep.
she had her issues, but it doesn't take away from the success that she's had and what she's contributed to R&B and to music in general. And there will be a lot of good singers after her, but there can only be one Whitney Houston.
Exactly. Only
So,
one,
oh,
forever and ever.
so I hear you got some upcoming events. You got the Carolina Music Awards on the 6th. You
hmm
have the Ladies Showcase on the 7th. You have Buzz Wednesdays on the 10th. You have a concert on the 12th and Music Meets Fashion on September. So I will start off with the Carolina Music Awards. Talk about that award show in particular and what are the nominations you are up for.
Well, the Carolina Music Awards, it was started by Omar, his name is Omar McGallop, I believe. I don't want to check his name up, but Omar. And it's just a great networking event, and it's a good, good to be recognized by your peers and your fans. And this was my first nomination for Female R&B of the Year. So I'm really excited about that, and a lot of my, close associates are nominated too, so it's really fun to be in the same category with people that I also admire, and I'm just really excited. I went a few years ago, and it was fun, and, just being nominated, it just was a whole different experience, and it feels really good because I didn't tell anybody to nominate me or anything. I didn't even know I was nominated until I think a week or two after they announced the nominees. I kind of just saw it on Facebook on somebody else's page, and I was like, oh, that's my name. So, yeah, that was exciting. And I also was nominated for a Bull City Award. That's during the Carolina Awards show, and I didn't know about that either until the night of the award show. Somebody texted me and said, you got nominated. So it's just nice to be recognized by people, for what I'm doing.
Well, definitely congratulations on the nominations and the victories. And, don't you hate when you're the last person to know certain things? And,
Yes, I love the platforms that these people are giving us, for these award shows. So I would love for them to get a little more organized, So, even with this one, I had to, go on other people's page to find out what time it starts and, what everything's happening because, it's not, it's not the Grammys, but it's still nice. It's really fun to go see your friends and dress up a little and party and,
That's cool. That's cool.
It's fun.
Now, if you can have that dream collaboration, it could be like any other artist, dead or alive. What would your dream collaboration be?
Chris Brown. It's funny because I'm really rooted in like real R&B and old school music, but something about his voice, I love that little boy, and I would love to work with him. I would love to sing with him.
Wow, Chris Brown. That's interesting.
Yeah, everybody that asks me that, they're always really shocked. And yep, Chris Brown, that's the one right there. I would love to work with him. I just think I just love the way he controls his voice and he can keep up with, today's R&B music. I wish that he wouldn't sing about, cheating on people and, smashing other people's girlfriends and stuff. But I still love his voice very much.
It's understandable considering his issues and things like that. You would
Right.
think a guy like him would leave that alone, but
Yeah.
but I guess music is entertainment, and I guess
Mhm.
something like that's bound to happen. I guess.
Exactly. And even though I don't particularly care for the lyrics all the time, I still know all of them, and I still listen to it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, not only that, but they do get played on the radio from time to time. So it's
Yeah.
like
And Chris
so.
Brown is on like everybody's song, so it's really hard not to hear him on the radio.
Oh yeah, that used to be the case, definitely for sure.
hmm
Now, for people that wants to learn more of your music and get in touch with you network wise, why don't you go ahead and promote your social media links and where can hear your music and purchase your music?
Okay, you guys can check me out at SoFree, that's SoFree, Wisdom.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is SoFree Wisdom. I just want to warn everybody, I really don't have a filter. Um, I'm very funny and sometimes petty. I prefer laughter over everything. So, sometimes I get a little, I curse a lot. So just to warn everybody. But I do have an EP for sale. And I do mail them out, so if anybody is interested, you can contact me at info@sofreewisdom.com. And that's pretty much it. I'm very accessible on social media. I pretty much respond to everybody. So.
I appreciate you saying that. No filter whatsoever. Like, I don't mind that at all. People gonna say what they feel, and considering what's going on in 2016 from the killings and the politicking and stuff like that, I need a post that's gonna make me go.
Exactly.
I rely you on a sense of humor for sure. And
Thank you. And the good thing about having a sense of humor is once I draw everybody in with the laughter, then I can really, since I have their attention, I can say, okay, by the way, this is going on in the world, and this is happening, and we should get together and fix this. So, it works in my favor to be as goofy as I am.
I want to take this time, before I let you go, I want to take this time and thank you for not only being on the show, but representing R&B to the fullest.
Thank you.
There's just been a lot of talk about how R&B artists are more into the hip-hop sound and lacking the R&B like back in the 80s and 90s. And then when I hear music like yours and Passion and other artists locally and indie, I listen to local and indie music more than mainstream music these days.
Yeah, me too.
It just gives me hope that
Yep.
maybe we'll hear more of that in the future or whatever. So it's local music and alternative music are great alternatives because you hear, it's one thing to hear certain songs, and I'm guilty of that too, but there comes a point when you hear it almost every single day, and it's like,
Right.
so
Give me something new to listen
yeah.
to.
So I'm like, forget them other stuff. I'll go listen to Passion Made. I'll go listen to Soul Free Wisdom, and go on from there. So thank you for representing R&B to the fullest, and keep doing what you're doing. And please get to the comedy game too, because you definitely have the sense of humor to pour it off. I truly believe you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are absolutely welcome. You have a good night and have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.